Hi, I'm Andrea, and I'm going to be playing the role of the clinician, and Aubrey will be my client, okay? So, hi, Aubrey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Today we'll be working on a new technique called pullouts, okay? So I'm just going to go over what the technique means, what are the steps in it, and then we can go ahead and practice. How does that sound?
Good.
So this is a stuttering modification strategy, which just means we are modifying or changing the way we stutter, okay? And we do that by reducing the tension and pulling out the way we stutter, okay? So it does involve 3 steps, three easy steps. You wanna catch your stutter and think about it. And when you think about it, I want you to think about where the tension is located. So is that tension, that tight tension, is it in your lips, your tongue, or maybe it's in your throat? And then I want you to try to change that stutter by reducing that tension in the moment, okay? And then I want you to move ahead slowly and finish the word. So this technique will reinforce a looser way of stuttering. And we're gonna start this technique by using pretend stuttering, or also called voluntary stuttering, okay? On just one word. We'll practice on a word, and if we're ready, we can go into like 2 or 3 phrases, okay? So I'll go first with the word pie. So I'm gonna pretend stutter. Ready? Pie. Okay, I'm gonna do that one more time. Ready? Pie. Did you see how I caught my stutter and I thought about it, right? I thought, where was the tension, which was in my lips. And so I reduced the tension in my lips and I continued on and said the word pie. Okay. So now it's your turn. I want you to use voluntary stuttering or pretend stuttering on the word blueberry. And I want you to think about where that sound B is being made, right? So B, it's in our
lips.
lips. You're right. So I want you to think about where your lips are when you're saying blueberry, where your tongue is. And this is important because once we know we are being stuck, we can tell ourselves, okay, I'm getting stuck there, and I'm going to loosen the tension and let the word come out, okay? So let's start with the word blueberry. I want you to go ahead and block on it.
Blueberry.
Good. So now can you describe to me where the tension was and what you did?
Um, kind of in my lips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. So you thought about where the tension was, you reduced the tension, and then you let it go. Good. Let's try it on one more word. Let's try to block on the word jar. Okay. So think about jar. It's kind of like a G sound, right?
Mhm.
I want you to think about where the tension is in when you say the word jar. Okay. Go ahead.
Jar.
Good. How did that feel? What did you feel? Describe
It
it.
it felt kind of like right in my tongue and in my mouth, like kind of tight.
Good. So when you thought about it, you reduced the tension and it helped you to pull yourself out, right?
Mhm.
Great. So when you go home, I want you to go ahead and practice this technique and remember those 3 steps. So catching your stutter, think about where the tension is, reduce the tension, and slowly pull yourself out of that. Okay. Sounds good. All right. I'll see you next time.
Thank you. So now we're going to switch. And so I am going to be the clinician and Andrea is going to be the client. So, hi, Andrea. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you're here today. So, what we've been working on these past couple of times, we've been working on identifying our tension. And so, a lot of our tension we found was here in our throat. And so, we talked about how oftentimes like we get those glottal stops. Do you remember going over those last time? No.
No.
Okay, so right here in our throat, that's where our vocal folds are. And so whenever we talk, they come together and they do like a little wave motion. But sometimes whenever we have those glottal stops, they close and then air bursts through them. So then that's whenever we get all of that tension and we get stuck.
Okay.
So we're going to work on some fluency shaping techniques today. So we're going to focus mostly on easy onset. And so this is a new trick that we're going to be learning. And so it's going to help to loosen all of that tension that's been in our throat, and it's going to help us loosen. And then it's going to help us to have easy speech. So we're going to start with words and we're going to go into them slowly. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is going to start. We're going to start with our relaxed muscles, and then we're going to release air and then have a slow start to our words. So we're going to breathe in, open the air. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to do one, and then you can do the same one right after me.
Okay.
So I'm going to do open it. So we have that slow start to our word. So we breathe in, open it.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Yes. Open it.
Good. Do you feel how everything's kind of loose right through here?
Yeah. It
We
felt
didn't have as
good.
much tension. Yeah. So we're going to do a couple more. So we have thank you. Okay.
They.
It's okay. So that one we got a little stuck. We still had some tension in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in and so kind of like how whenever we release air like that, that's how whenever we're going to speak. So we're going to have that slow start to it. So we're going to say, thank you.
Thank you.
Good. See, everything's loosened up. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, that felt better.
It felt better. That's good. That's what we want to hear. So I'm gonna send you home with a couple of lists of words that you can start doing this. And then I'm gonna also write down like the steps to do it too. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I'll see you next time.